Welcome back. Now on Bounce, we really want to share a miraculous story of survival with you tonight. David Lawson, the man you see here, suffered a heart attack about 3 hours after this photo was taken at his stepdaughter's wedding. There he is on the left. And in this photo, he's with his wife, Lisa, his stepdaughter, and her groom at the dairy barn in Fort Mill. But at his daughter's reception, David collapsed. Now, the odds against him surviving were great, but he believes that God was in complete control of everything that happened that day. And I am so thrilled that you are here, David, along with your wife, Lisa, to talk about this story. So welcome both of you to the show tonight.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Lisa, tell us what happened after David collapsed.
Well, the first person that actually got to him when they come and screamed for me is my ex-husband, Raymond Manley. He began the CPR, and then by that time, the doctor and the nurse had come to start working on it.
And that was two of the wedding guests that actually jumped into action. Dr. Matt Malta, a cardiovascular specialist, and his wife, Kathy Morrison, a medical resident, and they used that all-important AED, the automated external defibrillator, to shock your chest.
Right.
Correct.
So after that, it was a very, very long time. It was like 40 minutes. He was shocked between probably over 12 times. And, you know, I just knew that it wasn't going to be. I said, you don't have to keep doing that because, you know. You
thought at one point he was already gone.
You don't keep doing that and never give up. You just, at some point, they do give up.
But they didn't. And David, you are standing here tonight. It's sort of a living testimony of them not giving up. What have you been told about your condition and why you survived?
I've been told that I'm a very lucky individual to have all of those things in place. First off, for the dairy barn, having a AED on site, having a doctor on site, having a cardiac nurse on site. Everything fell into place. I mean, everything just absolutely fell right into the place that it should. All the way through the procedures in the hospital, all the way through having a great employer that will work with me and allow me to be out of work as much as I need to. But with all of those things in place, it is definitely a God thing that kept me alive.
And you credit him for saving your life. Why do you think he chose you?
I don't know. I know that there is a purpose for my life somewhere, and I'm sure at some point he will show me what that purpose is. All I can do is wait and listen watch for the signs.
And in that waiting, you've become an advocate for CPR and AED.
Absolutely. The AED is probably one of the most important devices that any public place can have, but that's not enough.
Got to know CPR.
You've got to know CPR. You've got to know the proper use of CPR along with the use of an AED.
Okay, and that, of course, leads us over to our next guest. But David and Lisa, thank you so much for coming out and sharing your story. I think hearing it directly from you folks is really what makes people sit up and take notice. Delano joining us now to discuss CPR and AEDs.
Yes, joining me now is Woody Williams. He's a certified Red Cross CPR and AED volunteer instructor. Tell us about the importance of learning these life-saving methods, if you will. Let's start with the AED first.
The AED, if the heart has some kind of electrical rhythm that you can't tell it, it will shock it and bring it back into rhythm. It is vital. Statistics say that CPR alone, the success ratio jumps using the AED from 5% or so up to 75%.
Right.
Survival rate, like this gentleman that just got through talking it, using the AED. It is vital, and so many people don't have one. So many companies don't have access to one.
Right. I said to you just a few minutes ago, I said I was going to check, and I'm pretty sure, I'm actually positive that we have one here. But there are a lot of companies you say that don't have them, and if you go and find out that your company doesn't have them, what should you do?
Push someone to get one, because they're vital. The CPR is very necessary to stimulate the heart. You want to increase the survival rate dramatically, you use the AED. And the AED is very simple. We just do what it says do.
All right, now who should get certified in CPR and who should invest in it? We already talked about the AED, but CPR is now the next step. Show us a little bit about that. Tell us who should get certified. And I know we just want to point out that this is just a quick demonstration. You shouldn't just try to go on what we're going to show here. You should go and get trained properly because you could be in trouble if you don't do that. So go ahead. Let's start with that.
I'll admit I'm biased. Approximately 3% of the people, the figures that I can come out, know or are willing to do CPR. Only 3%.
Right. And why is that?
They're afraid. People don't know. They don't take the training. I would encourage anyone to take the training, to please get certified, to go through. The Red Cross has some phenomenal instructors. It's a good program, but everyone needs to know how to do CPR. Very bluntly, the life you save will probably be someone you know.
True. All right. Now show us a little bit of a demonstration of doing CPR.
It's very basic. You do what we call 3 C's. You check the scene for your safety.
Okay.
You check the person. You have someone call 911. Then we do what we call look, listen, and feel. We tilt the head back. We're listening for breath. We're feeling, and we're watching the chest rise. If that doesn't work, we start doing compressions. We come right between the chest, breast, and we come down. Hard for adults, about 2 inches, at least 2 inches. We go 100 a minute.
100 a minute.
100 a minute. When I time people in classes, I time them at 30 every 18 seconds.
Okay.
You find the AED. The chest is bare. The AED is self-explanatory. You attach the pads. This is a demonstration AED, but it mimics a real one in every sense of the word.
Right.
It is the upper right,
Okay.
the lower left. Then we plug it in, and we follow the instructions. It's
Wow.
that simple.
That's
Analyzing rhythm.
And it talks to you as well.
It tells you every step of the stand clear. It's electric.
Okay.
It will come back.
All right.
Shock advised.
There's a rhythm in the heart. Something is going on in the heart.
Stand clear.
Yes.
Everyone stand clear. Push the shock button. Shock delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
That's 2 minutes.
Wow. That can save somebody's life.
That can save somebody's life. And it will repeat. The gentleman said he was shocked, I forget how many times. It will keep telling you the shock advised or no shock advised.
Right.
The AED detects any kind of rhythm in the heart that we may not be able to tell from the pulse. And you increase the survival rate up to 75%.
How long does training take to learn? For somebody to learn this, starting out today, I don't know anything about it. How long for me to go to a class and learn how to do this?
Half a day maximum.
Half a
For
day.
the adult CPR and AED. If you want to expand it out to children, to infants, it goes further than that.
Well, we certainly appreciate you being here. Great information tonight. Our news partners, the Charlotte Observer, originally published the story of David's survival. Now, you can read more on this story and learn how you can get certified for CPR and AEDs on our website. For more information, log on to WBTV.com. Look in the Web Extra section under the Home tab. I want to thank Woody and the Lawsons for sharing their stories tonight. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back.